Auditory comprehension exercises. I'm going to read you 4 stories. There are inferences in these stories. I will ask you questions. I want you to write your answers down on a notepad or scratch paper. Please go get that. Listen very carefully. Passage number 1. Every day after work, Paul took his muddy boots off on the steps of the front porch. Alice would have a fit if these boots made it so far as the welcome mat. He then took off his dusty overalls and threw them into a plastic garbage bag. Alice left the new bag tied to the porch railing for him every morning. On his way into the house, he dropped the garbage bag off at the washing machine and went straight up the stairs to the shower as he was instructed. He would eat dinner with her after he was presentable, as Alice had often said. Question number 1. What type of job does Paul do? Go ahead and write your answer down. Question number 2. Describe Alice. Question number 3. What relationship do Paul and Alice most likely have? Passage number 2. Crack! Thunder struck and rain poured. Max stared blankly out the window, trying to contain his emotions that raged like the weather. He was beginning to lose it. Dropping the kite from his hand, Max broke out into full sobs. His mother confronted him. There, Max. We'll just find something else to do. She began to unpack the picnic basket that was on the counter and offered him a sandwich. Max snapped, I don't want a sandwich! A flash from the sky lit up the living room. Boom! Mom sighed. Why is Max upset? Go ahead and write down your answer. Number 5. What was Mom planning on doing today? Great. Passage number 3. Tommy! Mom yelled as she walked in the front door. Tommy! She continued shouting. I sure could use some help with these groceries. There was still no reply. Mom walked into the kitchen to put the grocery bags down on the counter when she noticed shattered glass from the picture window all over the living room floor and a baseball not far from there. I'm gonna kill you, Tommy! Mom yelled to herself as she realized that Tommy's shoes were gone. What happened to the window? Go ahead and write down your answer. And why did Tommy leave? Great. Passage number 4. Today was a special day in Miss Smith's class. Some of the children were walking around the room. Some of them were standing in small groups, and some of them were at their desks, putting finishing touches on cardboard mailboxes. After coloring a cool flame on the side of his race car mailbox, Johnny hopped off his chair, strutted over to Veronica's desk, and dropped a small white envelope into her Princess Castle mailbox. Veronica blushed and played with her hair. While this was happening, Bartleby was frantically trying to put a small white envelope into everybody's mailbox. After giving one to Miss Smith, Bartleby pulled out a medium-sized red envelope from his pocket. He blushed and tried to put it in Veronica's mailbox, but it wouldn't quite fit. Bartleby struggled for about a few seconds and then ran off with the envelope. Veronica rolled her eyes and popped her gum. Why is today a special day? Write down your answer. Number 9. What boy does Veronica most likely like? Question number 10. Why did Bartleby run away? Good. Now in this exercise, I will have a patient typically read these passages out loud or to themselves and answer the question for each passage. And then I will take the worksheet away from them and I will have them try to make a encoded label for each folder for each story. So the first story would be, I would say the label for that would be Muddy Boots. The second would be Thunder. The third would be Baseball. And the fourth would be Valentine's Day. And then I would have the patient repeat those 4 words 7 times. And then I'd ask them about the 4 stories in 5 minutes or 10 minutes.